we've got a BMW 600, that's really rare. See a proper gogomobile, that's what they were like when they were running, and this one looks could be almost a runner. Need to look in the engine compartment probably to see whether it's a runner. Yeah, look, it's got a nice little chrome top on. I don't think that was standard. These had an engine built by an Austrian company in them. Wow, what we found in here. Can't really see it. There's an Isetta there, Mercedes there, I think. Another Isetta. I think there might be more Isettas beyond, actually. So this guy was a university professor and an enthusiast for BMW motorbikes and microcars and Mercedes. He built a huge collection of stuff at his house outside Johannesburg, and only a few people knew it was here. He wanted to restore all this stuff to being perfect, and so he took it all apart and maybe never realized that it was more difficult to put things back together than it was to take them apart. So when we got here and opened up the garages, we found cars in all sorts of states of repair. Sadly, he died before he could complete his project, so a lot of the cars are half finished. So this is the first garage that we came to, and it's got a Messerschmitt in it, and it's been repainted, and they've started to put it back together, but never got it finished. This was his paint shop. So here's a Messerschmitt in the paint shop, and behind it you can see a fully painted BMW Isetta, and they've started to put it back together again, but all the parts are just everywhere. Look at this, you know, handles, steering columns, lights. Most of the parts are actually sorted in a store that we haven't got to yet, and we're going to be pulling all of this stuff out and looking at it and deciding whether it can be salvaged or not. Some of it is beyond salvation, but a lot of it will make a great project for somebody. And in the next barn is the guy's own car, which was a BMW 700 Coupe, twin-cylinder motorcycle engine in the back. This, we think, is in pretty much running order, but we're going to have to find that out. We've got some gogomobiles, two different types. I think the original one, and then what they later called the Regent, which was a little coupe. Just the body shells, and down here are the remains of a Messerschmitt, probably not capable of being salvaged. And around here, there's another BMW coupe. Probably can't be salvaged, I would think. Back along here, more Isetta parts. Bodies that have been painted in primer, doors, various parts, another little gogomobile shell there, chassis there, probably for the car next door to it. We'll just have to see whether we can make anything out of any of this stuff, and we're going to start pulling it out and show you some of it later. So now we're beginning to get the cars out and organised, and so you can see what's beginning to come together here. The owner was fairly reluctant for us to just load the stuff up. He wanted to see it all before we take it away. So what you can see now are some gogomobile body shells. I think there's maybe 3 of the originals and maybe 3 of the later coupe, sometimes called a Regent. I personally prefer the original, which is a little bit cuter. It has a kind of full floor pan chassis that goes with it. And then we've got some Isetta body shells up here as well. Some of the early ones, they're nearly all four-wheelers. Some have the wraparound Perspex rear window of the later models. I'm quite hopeful about this this little gogomobile here. I think we might be able to rebuild that. See that although they stripped it out, it's still got the switches and the speedometer in it. So we've got some guys helping us to get the BMW 600 out. It's all been repainted. I think the wiring loom's in, no engine in it at the moment. We'll find that somewhere, I'm sure. The guys are gonna somehow get it up. As you can see, this car's now, the wheels taken off it. They've made all the measurements. They know they can get 4 of these into the bottom of the container. They call this the African forklift. These guys will just pick this up and put it on the trailer. This will happen several times today. We've got welders on site, and we've got a lot of helpers around too. Guys who've got knowledge of these cars and who've got some knowledge to give. This one's got its original trim in it, obviously missing some trim. We've got some of it. I think we've got a lot of it, in fact. So, as the evening closes in, we've met a problem. Now that the frame's in place for the last one, we just can't get it over the top. And although they've got it level, it doesn't look to me like it's going to go into that space. So, we're up against it now because the container has to leave every day by 5:30. It's already past 5:30 here. Otherwise they can charge us for an extra day. So there's a lot of panic. They've been given a 3-minute warning that they need to get the container out of here. And so they made some modifications to the cradle. And now they're going to just, I think, put a strap on to jack the situation up a bit. Maybe to get the last bolt in. And all of this is designed to stop movement in the container. So the doors are being closed. Within a few minutes the container will be on its way. We're going to have great fun unpacking this, I can tell you.